Here is a box, a musical box, wound up and ready to play. But this box has a secret inside. Can you tell what is in it today? No, it's not Campbellwick Green or Candlewick Green, wherever it was called. We've just got a box. Mary's been down to the United States over the border in her husband's pickup to pick this up from Joe in, I think it's North Carolina, I think he's from. Anyway, it's a bit of a logistical nightmare trying to get this into the shop. Well, not really. I can get it in with a forklift. But the problem is, lifting it out inside the shop's a problem because I haven't got a big gantry to lift whatever's in there. But I'll tell you what, let's have a look and see what is in there. I'll get my tool out. So what's in the box, Angelos? Well, I've got the lid off and just a few hot tips for you working outside in snow. Again, if you're taking screws out around nails or anything like that, shove them on a magnet, because if you sort of inadvertently drop one in the snow, that's puncture central. You know, they get buried and then all of a sudden they sort of stick up in your tyre and you're bloody knackered then. Anyway, let's take the camera off the stand and let's have a look inside. Oh, that's a strong magnet. Here we go. Come on, camera, let's go for a walk. You're probably wondering why I'm all scruffy today. I haven't had a shave. I'm actually going to do a video for you on shaving. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Be different. Right, let's have a look. Look at it's an engine. Look at that. It's a 300 TDI. Nicely strapped down. Oh yeah. Now Joe sent me this because he's rebuilding his 110 and he wants me to have a look at this to make sure it's alright. It wants like a wash and brush up. It certainly does. So now you can see it before and we'll see it afterwards. Yeah, ooh, it's had seal around there. So we're going to go through everything on this. I don't think we're going to do the injector pump. We'll check the injectors out, but I haven't got facilities for the pumps. Yeah, it's it hasn't got the exhaust gas recirculation in, so it must be an oldish one. Interesting. So I'm going to have to take this out, like I say, with the forklift outside here, because my engine lift will be struggling to lift that up, I think. And I have to strip the gearbox off anyway, so I think what I'll do is I'll strip the gearbox off out here, 2 separate units, and then get them in the shop and then get this engine straight away onto the back of the engine hoist. The gearbox, not a problem. We'll get it in the shop. I've seen somebody's been in this before. You know, silicone there. Interesting. What's that down there? Oh, it's off the handbrake wire. Yeah, at least it's all complete. Yeah. Right, let's get the camera back on the stand. I won't film it taking it out of the box, but we'll do the next bit when we get it in the shop. It's a lovely day today. It's about 4 or 5 degrees today. It's beautiful. Look at it. Yeah, lovely day today. Camera's panning too fast. Oh well. Snow's melting. Back in the tick. Right, then we'll have a little look around this engine. It's lifted up, obviously, and see what it's like. It's not too bad. I asked Joe to wash it off, get all the mud and dirt off it, which he did a good job. So that saves me a lot of power washing. If you've ever observed, I've done these before, but the best way to lift an engine up, like this engine and gearbox, is just on a simple hitch through that back eye. It'll lift it up quite easily. It looks quite dry. Yeah. A bit rusty. Yeah. Oh, he's got all the holes plugged up, which is good. It took a little while to get it out the box. That's not a big deal. Yeah. Oh, that's alright. So what can we observe? Well, the first things we look at is here, look, it's got silicone here. So obviously this box has been into, and this end cover. I think we mentioned that earlier. So it looks to me, I'm having a guess, but it might have had the shaft replaced and the new gear because it was kind of common. And they've put sealer on here, which you don't usually do. What's it like underneath for leaks? Oh, it's obligatory wet there. And I don't know if you can spy inside there. I don't want to go under this thing. But the bolts are wet on the sump. Now everybody thinks it's a sump gasket, but it'll be probably the back oil seal is warped. I've got some plans for that, by the way. Yeah, the oil's migrating around here, but you see the vacuum pump's not leaking, which is a good thing. But everything, yeah, it's kind of dry around here, so that's not, that oil has come from that seal, I bet you, because when we look at it here, you can see how wet it is. See, look at this here. Not too bad, but now's the time to do it. He said it ran nice, so hoping it is. He's also drained off all the fluids, I do believe. I think all the oils are off. Or out of it, not off, what am I saying? But anyway, let's have a look. Yeah, look, you see, that's been off and that's been off, but this has got the original Type RTV on it here and here. So has this box been apart? Who knows the secret of the Land Rover box? Right, I'm going to, while it's up in the air, I'm going to spin these bolts off the bottom, take this off. I might have to go down to Prince's Auto because it's a big sale today, they're having a sale, and get some more plastic boxes because I'm so stuck again for jobs, and like JP's got 4 of my casings in and he said he would have them done this week and he hasn't done them. I was a bit sort of peeved with that because he's had them for weeks. He's had them for 8 weeks. He still hasn't done them. Ah, dear. Yeah, so let's take off these bolts while we can get at them. Leave one in the top, then we'll split the engine from the gearbox. And we'll give it a good dose of looking at, eh? It could be interesting. I think on this one here, we'll strip the starter down in the shop. I'm not so sure about the alternator, but we'll certainly strip the starter down because we've not done one of them. They are sort of a bit of a nightmare, not a nightmare, but they're always sort of breaking, and that looks like, yeah, that's the original starter, like an original Land Rover type, not one of these Chinesium things. Anyway, less rambling, let's get on with it.